While he's creating, say that, I think what he was building there was the Ancient of Wind, which is the building that allows you to build hippogriffs, Druids of the Talon, fairy dragons, stuff like that. And third hero, well, we've gone for an alchemist. This is cool stuff. SaSe has gone for a goblin alchemist, which is a neutral hero you can only get from the tavern, and that is a very exotic hero choice. It's not a very common one. That hero is only good for, he's got 3 abilities, I'll just talk them through. He's got Acid Bomb, he's got Healing Spray, and he's got that special Chemical Rage charge up attack, which is a passive. So chances are he'll be either picking Healing Spray first or Acid Bomb. And my thoughts are that he'll probably have gone for Acid Bomb because his hero choices are mainly geared around countering gargoyles, and he's got the Panda Brewmaster to do exactly that with the Ale debuff and the Breath of Fire. And there's the Acid Bomb right there, so indeed he has gone for the Acid Bomb, and what that does is it actually reduces the armor in a sort of area of effect target when he casts it. So if he actually throws that on the gargoyles and then attacks them with archers and so forth, he'll get a lot more kills, he'll do a lot more damage, so that's actually really quite a cool choice. I'll be commentating on that and seeing how it works, but in the meantime, FOV is taking up to tier 3, getting a Lich as well, so he's really going to be putting on the pressure shortly with that Tri-Hero combination and some tier 3 items like that Orb. Those gargoyles still attacking the Moonwells, and I just suspect that FOV still hasn't he's just either outright decided not to attack the 6 o'clock, or he's just assumed that nothing's going on down at 6 o'clock. He's scouting it now, or is he? Death Knight didn't actually quite head down there. Surely he must know that SaSe's got an expansion. And here we go. So finally, heading down to 6 o'clock, he's going to see the expansions there. He also sees SaSe's army, so he's going to go straight for that. He's been hit by the Acid Bomb and the Ale debuff. I keep calling it Ale debuff. That's not actually the true ability, the name of the spell, but you guys know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to use that term. And the gargoyles having to flee. This point, the hero ability combination being a bit too much for them, and of course we've got the Orb of Venom from the Demon Hunter actually doing some damage as well. Using that in combination with the Acid Bomb spell is going to be a pretty killer one as well. So we'll see. SaSe is actually building Druids of the Talon at this point, and he's got archers pumping out as well. So both players in a strong position. I think this is a fairly close game, but having said that, here's the Lich, and with the Orb of Corruption as well. That's the orb that grants your hero an armor debuff, very similar to the Acid Bomb actually, but only for a single target, and it has a short-lasting effect. He's got a lot of ghouls and a lot of gargoyles, so those units are going to be great against the archers and Druids of the Talon, because you can just focus the archers with the ghouls and attack the Druids with a gargoyle. So it looks like we're going to be having a serious fight here. SaSe's running, he knows that he can't win this, and there goes the Frost Nova all over the archers and the Druids. This is looking actually pretty bad for SaSe because his units are dropping like flies. The gargoyles have got the enemy exactly where they want them. Coil Nova off from the Panda. He's forced to use an invulnerability potion. Good timing with that. But the attack is underway here, and FOV is coming out on top. This is nasty play, and this is what FOV likes to do best. He just times his game around a crucial attack and really makes his micromanagement count. He's really brutal with those attacks, but SaSe managed to stay in damage control, hasn't lost any heroes. He's managed to pull back a number of archers and druids, those surviving ones at least, and he's giving FOV the runaround now. FOV probably out of mana as well, so that's partly one of the contributing factors to what we're seeing here. And this Acid Bomb off again on the Death Knight. It's not going to have too big of an effect because it won't last very long it gets here, and indeed he's pulling back, so nothing happening there. But we've got some items, picking up some items. Another Dust of Appearance. We've got a Healing Scroll, which he'd used immediately there just to get his units back to full health. Hasn't got any statues, Obsidian statues, to do the job for him in terms of healing yet, so he's going to have to rely on items. SaSe creeping out the Merc camp down just above the 6 o'clock position, and hopefully FOV doesn't creepjack him, but FOV's actually heading around top there. And, killing another archer, very poor archer, bad positioning for him, and heading straight into SaSe's base, so this is actually looking pretty nasty for SaSe. He's probably going to lose this Ancient of Wonders here, and looks like SaSe's picked up a bunch of mercenaries. Probably not a bad idea given the pressure that he's under here. Those mercenaries will help. It's good to have some units that aren't really directly countered by the gargoyles and the ghouls so much as the archers and druids of the Talons are. and straight back to the merchant for FOVs, picking up some more items, maybe another scroll of healing will be the way to go, and running straight past SaSe's army. No, he's heading back. He's going to pick off the units which he thinks he can. We've got Cyclone gone off here from the Druids. They've got enough of mana for that. There's the scroll of protection going down, so the gargoyles are going to be pretty durable, but they're not really going to withstand too many shots from that panda. Luckily they won't have to, because FOV's really taking control of this battle. He's getting a lot of kills, and SaSe's units are just going down like flies, but yikes, the gargoyles are going to have to watch out for it as well. There you can see, FOV using the Stone Form ability just to get rid of the debuff on them. Once he's used that, he gets straight back into the air for some more kills. Having to run away with the ghouls, because the ghouls are really very, very low health, and that Lich is really about to die. I'm having to teleport away, and you saw SaSe use that Staff of Preservation on his Alchemist, so both players surviving that fight with the heroes intact, no hero kills, and FOV, of course, forced to use a teleport, Scroll of Town Portal. So that was, I hate to say it, but it's probably a fight that went in SaSe's favor, just given the fact that SaSe has an expansion and FOV doesn't, and neither player lost any heroes. So in that sort of trade-off, it's going to be easier for SaSe to get back on his feet with more units. But again, FOV actually managed to keep a lot of his units alive, managed to salvage them, and he can heal them back up now that he'll get an obsidian statue. So this is still going to be a close game, not one-sided at all. FOV heading out with that skeleton, just do a bit of scouting, and he has got that slaughterhouse up. He is going to build he's got a statue already, healing everything that he can. And we've got a couple of heroes here with a few skeletons backing them up. They're going to probably create this camp here with the goblin merchant, bringing the gargoyles over here to help as well. What do you call that thing? A goblin observatory is what it's called. And just starting to lay into the stone golem there. SaSe is actually heading north. Maybe he's actually looking to put some pressure on FOV. Doesn't really like the idea of him being pressured for the entire game and letting FOV choose the battles, because that's probably just inviting disaster. And FOV actually hiring a goblin zeppelin. Now, this is a very common thing to use in combination with gargoyles. It means your heroes can fly as well, and obviously your gargoyles can fly, but you can head over to the expansion at the top left on the island, kill the dragon for some serious experience points, and then bring some acolytes over. But poorly calculated, because SaSe has survived, has actually showed up just as he did this, so FOV has to abort his plans there of taking the island expansion. He's actually pulling back to defend his slaughterhouse here. That slaughterhouse actually looks like it might go down shortly. So that's pretty bad, but FOV just really wants to get all his units together and start counterattacking, because he can't afford to lose too many buildings. That slaughterhouse, unfortunately, is going to go down. SaSe is going to take that, so that'll mean less statues support. He won't really be able to get destroyers out very quickly either, which is a shame, because he's probably going to need them against all of those Druid of the Claw abilities like Cyclone and Fairy Fire, which are annoying debuffs, can really control the battle for the Night Elves. There's a single destroyer, and he's going to want to keep that alive. Unfortunately, if the archers focus that too much, he is going to lose it. So he wants to be very careful with it, and he wants to use that destroyer eating spells ability to get rid of the cyclones. And here we go. This is going to be a pretty intense fight here, but the Night Elves have a lot of mana saved up. The gargoyles aren't actually out in greater numbers here, and the Druids of the Talon are going to get a lot of shots off with Cyclone. There you go, the heroes just being shot up into the air. The undead heroes can't get their abilities off. In the meantime, the Night Elves can get some kills, but losing the Alchemist, so that's one hero down already for SaSe. He's going to have to keep fighting pretty strong with his Demon Hunter, his remaining Demon Hunter and Panda, but he seems to have won this fight in terms of troops. He's actually gotten rid of most of FOV's units, and the Lich is down to very low hit points. Unfortunately, he can't actually coil it because his Death Knight is like 20 feet in the air at this point, and surrounding the Death Knight while it's coiled, while it's cycloned, is what I meant to say. Fortunately, that Death Knight has a lot of hit points and can actually break out of there by killing some of the surrounding units with the gargoyles. But again, the Lich is in a really bad way, and that Death Knight needs to get in range to coil it. Needs to survive with enough mana, which is not an easy task, given the Demon Hunter using Mana Burn the whole time. And remarkably, at this point, FOV has so few gargoyles that SaSe is able to transform all of his Druids of the Talon into crows, and that means that he can actually fight the gargoyles air to air, which is really disastrous for the undead. Normally, the gargoyles would be able to kill the crows very quickly and easily, but such is not the case right now. Wow, so this game turning out to be a really interesting one.